Hello, I'm just going to use up the last of the battery on this video, but looks like a... Right, it says London Fire Brigade, Heston. But it looks like, it says Dodge on the front, but it's got the Renault symbol. Not really up on that, to be honest. I've taken a bit of a break so I could be hydrated. There's a Land Rover in Fire Brigade colours. Which fire brigade we do not know. Oh, it's a defence, first defence, so I'm not sure. There's one from Worthing, which is a Dennis Rapier, or Rapier, whatever. Dennis used to make a lot of trucks and fire engines and stuff. This is an LDV, Highlands and Islands Fire Brigade. Surely they must have had something like this up there. I don't know. Not really sure. We now arrive at the VW camper village. There's a Type 2 there. Type 25 and another, I think a transporter or... Yeah, transporter. I'm not really here for the... for the campers though, but the Volkswagen Type 2 is a pretty brilliant bit of kit. A lot of transporters, Type 25s, but this is a Type 2. We move along a bit. We see a Volkswagen Beetle, so that's Type 1. So there's a Type 25. Oh, I like that. We just move around a wee bit. We see another, I think there's a couple of Type 25s, a couple of Type 2s, green one, this white one here which looks as though it's been lowered. I should quite like that, brilliant. Yeah, so if we go past the camping village, we're going to try and go around to the military vehicles, because even though for everyone war is hell and we shouldn't really have to go, sometimes you just can't help it. But some interesting engineering does come from this. So we go around to these Land Rovers. This is like the Series 1 to Series 3 Land Rover. So that's probably a Series 2 perhaps, or a 3. If we go along a bit, another 2 or 3, 2A. I think there's certainly a 3 here, which is the A-Reg here. This is a Foden FH70 Limber, ex-army vehicle. Oh, what's this? What's this one? I think this must be... Let me try and have a read of this. Yeah, so this is an Austin Champ. Part of me thinks that could have made a really good army vehicle, and I expect they made a few. But if we go a bit further along, we see an AEC Matador in military colours. A lot of these served in the Second World War, and just afterwards they just got sold off really cheap. Because, well, why do you need so much stuff when well, really, you've won? plus the fact that after a while things get obsolete. But these carried on in civilian life after the war, like at fairgrounds and stuff. In fact, I've seen one or two at fairgrounds. We see a Steyr coach. Looks like ambulance or United Nations colours. Yeah, it's a Steyr push. We go further along, we see I think it was a Dodge power wagon. I think this is a power wagon. No, it's and no show is complete without a Jeep. And helpfully enough, they've put up a sign saying it's a Ford, so because Ford used to make some of these. I think some were made by Ford, some were made by Willis. I think they must have made a few. I think a few other people must have made them as well because of design. Another AEC, not a Matador. This is a Mercury. This is an AEC Mercury. There's a Bedford. What's that? It just says diesel. It's not. It doesn't say what it is. And next to it is a Leyland. And here is an AEC Marshall, quite late on, so 1976 or 7, 1978 I think it's T, 76, so very late on because AEC got taken over by Lane and got closed in 1979. Next to it is a Scammell with a Gardner 180 diesel engine. Next to that's an Austin 7 in commercial guys. There we are. Interesting showman's caravan there. And we see another Bedford 1971 model. And now we get to the stationary engines. This one looks to be a Lister D. Stationary engine, power Aaron and Argosy pump. You could power a generator with one of those. In fact, people might do that. Although I don't know what the running time on one of these is. I'll have to find out. Nice quaint bathroom sink there. Demonstrating the water pump and what it's there for, because chances are when these were built, mains water might not have been around, so you might have had to pump out from a well or some kind of water source. Obviously a well would be safer. But if we go along here, we see a Wolseley with a Stewart pump, which isn't running at the moment, but you know, they're just good to look at. And I've said this before in some of my videos, where the stationary engine essentially does a job of what maybe an electric motor would do these days. But right, I'm gonna work my way along the thing. I'm gonna have a look at the stationary engines right now. Yeah, I think I've got a route worked out. So we go around here. here we see a stationary engine of some kind being worked on. This is half the fun of owning one of these. And it looks like a 2-stroke, might be a Villiers, I don't know. We go around here a wee bit. Looks like a 2-stroke, I think. Could be a Villiers, I suppose. But if we look around here, we see another Lister. Lister A. Looks next to a Rollo Craftmaster. Let's just watch this. Yeah, so this is a Lister A. 4G signal around here is awful, must be said. See that running? Right, if we go along a bit, there's a Fordson, or is it a Thames? I think that's a Thames. There's a Thames commercial going past. Right, if we swing back round here, we see a Ruston Hornsby that was running, but obviously needs. It was powering a Bamford plough mill. It seems many a morning was spent trying to get these things to run, but once they were running, they'd just go all day until they run out of fuel. Right, moving along. Now that I've not seen before. It looks like a 2-stroke Maytag powering a washing machine by the looks of things. There's a Maytag to the left of it, and oh, washing machine brand says Hotpoint. They're still going, I think, although the design has been modernised since then. I like the old school soap flakes as well, what you used to put in there. If we go a little bit to the left, there's a Madison, another 2-stroke, and not really doing anything at the moment. But if we have a look at this, there's a Tom Senior 1/2 horsepower superior petrol engine for a lighting set. Oh, this. been used as like for a workshop lighting set or something. And there's a, oh wait a minute, it's 1/8 horsepower, and to the right of it is a 1/16 horsepower flame liquor engine, originally used for testing Singer sewing machines, made in Dagenham. Interesting. If we now move over, we see a like a grinding set and a polishing set. So a couple of looks like Russell and Hornsby type things here, various bits of tooling. It's like and there's a Russell and Hornsby to the left of it as well. There's motorised hacksaw, motorised various polishing bits, and so there's the complete setup for like metalworking really. Now we see him about to start up. So there's a Russell and Hornsby, and if you switch this on, it'll be powering the hacksaw, be powering, looks like an air compressor, and the polishing wheels as well. So this would polish an entire, this would like power an entire workshop. As is being demonstrated here. So you'd have the Russell and Hornsby kicking off there, through a belt, powering the middle thing there, so that's the compressor or something like that. And it would also in turn be powering the polishing bit there, and also the hacksaw there. So this is brilliant. Oh, and get this. What else is it powering? I've just noticed it's powering a drill, and it's also some sort of sawing set as well. So it's basically a complete workshop being powered through that engine there.